Life is unpredictable, and unexpected financial emergencies can arise at any moment. From sudden medical bills and car repairs to job losses and home maintenance issues, these surprises can throw your finances into chaos if you're not prepared. That's why having an emergency fund is not just a good idea, it's essential. It acts as a financial safety net, protecting you from falling into debt or derailing your long-term financial goals. In this guide, we'll dive deep into why an emergency fund is non-negotiable and how to build one that fits your needs. An emergency fund is a dedicated pool of money set aside for unplanned expenses. Unlike your regular savings or investment accounts, this fund is specifically reserved for genuine emergencies. The goal is to avoid relying on high-interest credit cards, loans, or dipping into retirement savings when life throws you a curveball. Imagine this scenario: your car breaks down, and the repair bill is $1,000. Without an emergency fund, you might have to put the expense on a credit card, which could lead to interest charges if you can't pay it off right away. Over time, this could snowball into a larger financial burden. With an emergency fund, however, you can cover the cost immediately, avoiding debt and reducing stress. One of the primary reasons an emergency fund is non-negotiable is that it provides peace of mind. Knowing you have a financial cushion allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. It reduces the stress and anxiety that often accompany unexpected expenses, enabling you to focus on finding solutions rather than panicking about money. An emergency fund also helps you stay on track with your financial goals. Without it, a single unexpected expense could force you to pause your investments, delay debt repayment, or disrupt your savings plan. By having a dedicated fund for emergencies, you can handle surprises without compromising your progress toward long-term financial milestones like buying a home, starting a business, or retiring comfortably. Now that we've established why an emergency fund is crucial, let's discuss how much you should aim to save. The general rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. This amount ensures that you can cover necessities like rent, utilities, groceries, and insurance in case of a major life event, such as losing your job. If your income is irregular or you have dependents, consider saving closer to 6 months, or even more, for added security. Building an emergency fund may seem daunting, especially if you're starting from scratch, but it's entirely doable with a step-by-step approach. Begin by setting a realistic initial goal, such as $500 or $1,000. This starter fund can cover smaller emergencies and prevent you from relying on credit cards. Once you've reached this milestone, focus on growing your fund to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. Fund your emergency savings. Look for ways to cut back on discretionary spending. Evaluate your monthly expenses and identify areas where you can trim costs, such as dining out, subscriptions, or entertainment. Redirect the money you save into your emergency fund. Additionally, consider using windfalls like tax refunds, bonuses, or cash gifts to boost your savings quickly. Automating your savings is another effective strategy. Set up a separate savings account specifically for emergencies and arrange for automatic transfers from your paycheck or checking account. Treat your emergency fund contribution as a non-negotiable monthly expense, just like rent or utilities. This approach ensures consistency and reduces the temptation to skip saving. It's important to keep your emergency fund accessible yet separate from your everyday accounts. A high-yield savings account is an excellent option because it allows your money to grow while remaining easily available when needed. Avoid investing your emergency fund in stocks or other volatile assets, as their value could fluctuate when you need the money most. Equally crucial is the discipline to use your emergency fund only for genuine emergencies. It can be tempting to dip into it for non-essential expenses, like vacations or holiday shopping, but doing so defeats its purpose. Establish clear guidelines for what qualifies as an emergency and stick to them. In addition to helping you handle unexpected expenses, an emergency fund can also provide opportunities. For instance, if you face a job loss, having a financial cushion allows you to take your time finding the right opportunity rather than rushing into the first available position out of desperation. Similarly, it can enable you to seize unexpected opportunities, like starting a business or pursuing further education, without jeopardizing your financial stability. To recap, here's Why an emergency fund is non-negotiable. 1. Peace of mind reduces financial stress and anxiety during emergencies. 2. It prevents reliance on high-interest credit cards or loans. 3. It ensures unexpected expenses don't derail long-term plans. 4. It provides a safety net in case of income loss or large unforeseen costs. 5. It offers flexibility and freedom to navigate challenges and opportunities. Building an emergency fund is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. It's not about if you'll need it, it's about when. Life is unpredictable, but with an emergency fund in place, you can face challenges head-on without compromising your financial future. Start your emergency fund today, no matter how small the initial amount. The key is to begin and stay consistent. Over time, you'll create a financial safety net that protects you and your loved ones from life's uncertainties.